Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to playoff basketball here at the CRWC. We have the visiting Lambton Lions up against the Durham Lords here. It's been a long while since the Durham Lords have gone up against the Lambton Lions, and the starting lineup for the Lions is number 5, Ashley Pettit, number 13, Maddie Campbell, number 20, Morgan Wegg, number 22, Dalen Galvin, and number 32, Christine Fleischer. The starting lineup for the Durham Lords is number 4, Emily Glendinning, number 5, Dakota Kirby, number 24, Emily Chamberlain, number 31, Marie Stasiak, and number 52, Keisha Arthurworry. Durham Lords are going to start us off here. Dakota Kirby with the ball.
This is going to be an exciting matchup here at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. The Lords have had quite the run here in the second half, only losing one game through the entirety of 2019.
They can't complain.
And when it comes to home court, they've only lost one game here at the CRWC. So definitely home court advantage was a big deal, finishing in 3rd place in the OCAA East standings, whereas Lambton finished in 5th in the West.
Should be a very neck-and-neck game here, very physical basketball, fast-paced basketball here at the CRWC.
Now saying that, you have a 3rd place team against a 5th place team, but these teams will be very equal. Durham finished the year 12-5. Whereas Lambton, coming from a very strong West Division, finished 12-8. So very similar when it comes to in the standings.
Absolutely. Going to be a great game here at the CRWC. Ooh, big screen there. They call the illegal screen, Durham Lords ball.
The importance here at the start for Durham, playing against an unfamiliar opponent from the West Division. They haven't played against each other in any exhibition contests. They haven't really seen each other in the playoffs within the last decade.
Yeah.
The big thing here is going to be the Lords getting right to their game plan. When they play best is when they're running. When that pace is high, if we see that early on, we know that success is going to be there for the Lords.
Oh, couldn't agree more. Physical defense and just bring that fast-paced offense. A great pass there by Glendinning. There's Arthurworry with a big rebound. And the put back in and out by Stasiak.
And even though the bucket didn't go through there, that's another aspect of this Durham team, is that size inside. You're looking at almost 4 forwards when you have Glendinning as your guard.
Yep.
She sits out at that 3-point line, but you're looking at a 5'10" shooting guard.
You don't see that very often here. Big 3 here for the Lambton Lions. And good offensive rebound there by Lambton. Oof, big defense there by Stasiak.
Quick hands in the paint. It may not be the best tactic to attack the size of the Lords inside.
As we were discussing before, even Lambton's got some height.
They do. These two teams, even though they haven't seen each other before, they match up quite well. This may be where the Lords can run into something, but if they continue to kind of hold Lambton to that 3-point line, they will be in control of the game plan. Absolutely.
Dakota Kirby there with the rebound, pushing the pace for the Durham Lords. A little bit of a off pass there by Arthurworry. Turnover Durham. Got number 22, Dalen Galvin with the ball now for the Lambton Lions. We're still scoreless here at the CRWC with 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Good defense there by Stasiak. Stasiak's pushing the pace here. Good drive by Stasiak in traffic. And a miss on the layup.
Again, not the result, but they're still sticking to it. They're attacking the paint. They're getting out fast.
Foul's called there on Dakota Kirby. Score still 0-0 with 7:53 remaining in quarter number 1. Let's see what Lambton can do on this inbound play. A little shake and bake there by number 13, Maddie Campbell. Gets the close range bucket. Lambton's opening up the scoring here.
And the importance of this game can't be understated. This is the OCAA crossover playoff game. The winner of this advances to the OCAA championship.
Yeah, do or die here at the CRWC. A little bit of a hard fall there for Keisha Arthurworry. To see her getting up after that hard fall.
She's a tough player. She does a lot down low as the team's primary forward, working in the paint. She's come up big, especially down the stretch. You're looking at somebody that can get a rebound and really draw a foul. And when she gets to the free throw line, She's impeccable, shooting pretty much 90%.
Hey, I'll take it. This great player in the post just eats up the rebounds, just knows how to use her body in the paint to score those big buckets. Shot clock winding down here. It looks like a turnover there for the Lambton Lions.
Great defense there from the Lords, pressuring them down to the baseline, not letting them settling for a shot.
Absolutely.
But now it's up to get the offense going.
Yeah, we need to put some points on the board here. Durham Lords working the ball around the three-point line. Dakota Kirby with a big three and a miss. Some three-point shot by Dakota Kirby.
Playing the half court right now, the Lords looking a little slow. They're trying to set themselves up, get some cuts, work through their motions. But as we mentioned earlier, really where they find their success is in the transition. They need to get those rebounds on the defensive end and get moving quickly.
Absolutely.
That is where they're most successful.
And they've got a bunch of great defensive players at Durham Lords, especially coming off the bench. And a pump fake at the three-point line. Oh, great defense there by Stasiak, but foul called. Number 13, Maddie Campbell going to the line for two. Lambton Lions leading 2-0 here at the CRWC. There's 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in quarter number one. Maddie Campbell is a 90% free throw shooter, making free throw number one. And good on free throw number two. Lambton Lions now lead 4-0. Go to Kirby calling out plays here for the Durham Lords.
Look for them to work this ball around and try and get it down and low, whether it's to Stasiak or Arthur Worry.
Oh, good defense there by Lambton. Number 20, Morgan Wegg, poking that ball out of bounds. Lords calling out plays already. Lambton's playing great defense here.
Shot clock down to 5.
And turnover Durham. Oh, Stasiak chasing. And the layup good in traffic by number 5, Ashley Pettit. Lambton Lions are really coming to life here at the CRWC, already with a 6-point lead. Dakota Kirby calling for the screen. Ball poked out of bounds, last catch by the Durham Lords.
You can just see the Lords are a little out of sorts when it comes to their offense. Lambton, when they've been able to get their offense going, and even when they've been putting up shots that have been necessarily bounced off the rim or backboard, they're getting back on defense quickly. There's no doubt that they've watched their game film and they know that the transition game is important, and defense is where they're going to be able to stop the Lords.
Absolutely, yeah. They've been just playing smothering defense right now. They've just been they've been hustling a lot. A mid-range jumper there, good by number 32, Christine Fleischer. Scores now 8-0 here with 5.5 minutes remaining in quarter number one. Durham Lords made a substitution here a little bit earlier. Victoria Brody and Alyssa Navarro coming in. They're two players that work quite well together.
And they're two players that bring defense of their own. So you can see trying to make the transition from their big lineup with all their forwards. They bring in the two strong defensive players, try and work that zone a little bit more.
Good defense there by the Durham Lords, forcing that bad shot.
In this side of the court, you definitely need to keep an eye on number 13, Victoria Brody for the Durham Lords. Averages a block a game, nearly 2.5 steals a game. She'll put in work down here.
Oh, absolutely. She's a defensive menace. Quick hands, quick feet, and great awareness on the defensive end. Timeout call by the Durham Lords here. They need to make some adjustments here, down 8-0 here in the first quarter with just under 5 minutes remaining in quarter number one. We'll be right back for the short timeout break. CRWC here at Durham College. Lambton Lions inbounding here after that timeout break by the Durham Lords. Good defense there by Chamberlain. Good rebound there by Dakota Kirby. Oof. Poked away there by number 22, Dalen Galvin, and she gets the layup.
Brody put into a little bit of a tough spot there, getting the pass with the defender right on her. Wasn't necessarily ready.
Yeah, just poked right out of her hands there by number 22, Dalen Galvin. Put an errant pass there by Victoria Brody, poked out by Christine Fleischer.
Shot clock down to 9 seconds, so whatever comes on the inbound needs to be a quick play.
Absolutely. Dakota Kirby's going to be inbounding here for the Durham Lords. Good little turnaround there by Victoria Brody and a miss. Fast break for the Lambton Lions. And the layup good by Ashley Pettit.
Giving the Lords a little bit of their own medicine there with the quick transition game.
Lambton Lions now up 12-0 here with just over 4 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Durham Lords really need to make something happen here. Try and close this deficit. Big defense there by Fleischer. And they're going to call the reach on Victoria Brody.
Lords will go to the bench once again to try and get this goose egg off the board.
Maddie Dender and Caitlin Cruikshank coming in for Dakota Kirby and Emily Chamberlain.
Surprising to see that starting lineup for the Durham Lords start so slow tonight. They've been so affected over this stretch where the Lords have only lost 1 game in the second half of the season.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them, like you said, play a little bit slower than they usually do. They're usually such a fast pace on both ends of the floor.
And that's where they've been effective. Glendinning, Stasiak, Kirby are very good at getting into transition. And then when things don't work out, Arthur Worry and Chamberlain have been great in kind of bailing them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting those offensive rebounds and getting those second chance opportunities.
They're going to play just smothering defense right off the hop there on the rebound. Good pass there by Brody.
You have a lot of defensive effort on the court for Durham right now with Dender, Navarro, and Brody.
A lot of defensive studs on this team, that's for sure. Ooh, takes the bump, number 22.
And that was a great move in the paint. Again, Lambton is the one controlling the pace of play right now. They're getting back quickly on defense, but then when they get the ball, they're pushing.
They're taking smart shots, too. Oh, good move there by Alyssa Navarro. Gets the Durham Lords on the board.
That's what they needed to see right now. They needed to see the bucket go through the basket go through the net.
Yeah, just get some of that confidence back. Oh, great defense there by Glendinning. She's going to push the pace. Good recovery there by Maddie Dender, but ball just out of bounds. Turnover, Lambton Lions ball.
Got into a little trouble there and tried to bail herself out. Glendinning averaging a block and a steal a game.
They're using that height for advantage, is poking the ball away, whether it be a steal or a block.
So much athleticism though, for her 5'10" size.
Absolutely. Oh, she thought about the three. And 3-point miss by Ashley Pettit. Good rebound there by Glendinning. Miss Navarro's going to push the pace here for the Durham Lords. Going to work the ball along the 3-point line. Cruikshank, big three. And a missed 3-point shot. Good offensive rebound there by Stasiak. And the putback, good by Marie Stasiak. Lambton Lions leading 14-4 here with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. 3-point shot. And miss by Morgan Wegg. An offensive rebound there by the Lambton Lions. Good pump fake. Oh, good pass.
Nice little pass there.
Big rebound there by Stasiak, but turnover. Great steal by Pettit. Oh. Nice little pump fake. I think everyone's calling travel on the sidelines there. Alyssa Navarro with the ball now for the Durham Lords.
But even then, the Lords get the ball, but the Lions are quickly back on defense. So again, Durham will have to play in the half court.
Oh, big three there by Alyssa Navarro off the big screen.
And with that, the lead is already cut in half. Lambton was up 14-0, now 14-7.
Nice little run here by the Durham Lords. Oh, great post pass by Fleischer to Maddie Campbell. Great play there by the Lambton Lions.
And this is what you give up with the lineup you have right now. The Lions have a bit of size inside, but what Durham needed was kind of that defensive intensity, so they've gone a little bit smaller.
And it's worked out going on the run that they have. The three missed by Maddie Campbell. Offensive rebound there by Morgan Wegg.
Another block from Glendinning, but she looks a little tired. She's asking for a substitution.
And Glendinning subbing out for number 5, Dakota Kirby. A great defensive effort there by Glendinning.
So now the Lords are quite small with Kirby, Dender, and Navarro, your 3 guards.
Yeah, quite the small ball lineup.
Completely switching from what they started the game with.
A great pass there by Stasiak. And foul called on number 21, Alicia Marr. Shooting 2, Maddie Dender. Score is 16-7 here with 37 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Durham Lords climbing back in this one after that 14-point deficit. And free throw number 1 good by Maddie Dender. Dender is a 63% free throw shooter. And she makes both free throws here. Only a 7-point lead here for the Lambton Lions. They're going to push the pace. Smothering defense here by the Lords. And Crookshank with the steal. Game clock 3 seconds ahead of the shot clock, and a 3-pointer by Dakota Kirby and a miss. Good rebound there by Ashley Pettit. Oh, ball just poked away by Navarro. Good recovery there by Dender. Finds a wide open Stasiak at the baseline. And an unlucky bounce there on the baseline jumper.
The Lords have made the adjustments they needed to make to get back into this game. 2 seconds left, it looks like, at the quarter break. The score will be what it is. But it was a huge thing to get the game back within 10 points.
Absolutely. Just wanted to make this game competitive again. And after 1, the score is Lambton Lions 16, Durham Lords 9. Very back and forth there at the end. We'll be right back after this intermission break with quarter number 2. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CRWC. Lambton Lions are going to start us off here in quarter number 2. And a great first quarter at a 14-point lead at one point. Durham Lords, though, able to cut that deficit. And the turnaround layup good by Christine Fleischer. And Maddie Dender's going to push the pace here for the Durham Lords. We'll work the ball on 3-point line. And the turnover. Good drive here by Pettit. Oh, good save by number 22, Dalen Galvin.
Durham getting lucky on that with the poor pass in between the two Lambton players.
Absolutely. She probably could have just taken that layup. Got that too. Lambton Lions making a substitution. Number 32, Christine Fleischer, subbing out for number 24, Akululi Aniu.
So the Lions go into their zone right now. Try and counteract a little bit of the run that the Lords had.
And another lucky bounce there by Marie Stasiak. Scores now 18-11 with 90 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Those kind of lucky bounces have been going Stasiak's way this season. She leads the team in scoring with 12.9 points per game. And on top of that, she's such a force in the paint, averaging nearly 10 rebounds a game. Almost a double-double for this season.
Great season for her. And speaking of Stasiak, actually had a big block there on number 13, Maddie Campbell.
We'll see who this foul goes to.
Foul's called on Lambton Lions, number 22, Dalen Galvin.
Lords, 22.
Oh, sorry,
Caitlin
Lords, number
Cruikshank.
22. Inbounding for the Lambton Lions is Morgan Wegg. Good job by the Lords to kind of force that. Oh, and the big corner 3 there by Ashley Pettit.
And that puts this back to a 10-point lead for the Lambton Lions.
Oh, good screen there by Stasiak. Good ball movement by the Lords, finding a wide open Dakota Kirby. Good offensive rebound there by Stasiak, but just a little bit of mistime pass. Turnover Durham. Lambton Lions leading 21-11 with just under 8.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Oh, the big three-pointer there by Dalen Galvin.
So that was the 7th turnover for the Lords. And as it stands right now, the Lions have 7 points off of turnovers.
Wow, definitely need to tighten that up going forward. Great ball movement here by Lambton. And an unlucky roll. Big offensive rebound. And using the backboard is Maddie Campbell. Campbell's having herself a great night here. Lambton Lions leading 25-11. Good pump fake there by Dender. Offensive rebound, Stasiak. And the putback good by Marie Stasiak.
Durham can't panic. There's lots of time left in this game. They really just need to bring their zone back in on defense and try and get back to their game plan.
Absolutely. Just tighten everything up, fix some of those turnovers. Foul's called on Alyssa Navarro. That's foul number 1 for her. And Emily Glendinning and Keisha Arthurworry subbing in for Cruikshank and Navarro. Just under 7.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. Lambton Lions leading 25-13.
Durham instituting a zone of their own. We'll see if the Lions can break through, trying to utilize those corners.
Oh, good pass down court. Stasiak to Dakota Kirby. Layup good.
A lot more of what we're used to seeing here at the CRWC.
And Durham Lords chipping away at this deficit. Smothering defense here by Arthurworry.
Coach LaFontaine asking the officials about that call. It looked like it could have been a jump ball, but instead they give the foul.
I thought it was going to be a jump ball.
The officials appeared to let both players kind of wrestle for it and then gave a late whistle towards the foul call. Once you kind of see that kind of skirmish back and forth, typically you see the 2 thumbs go up.
Yeah. But after that call, going to be a timeout for the Lambton Lions. Lambton Lions leading 25-15 here with 6 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. We'll be right back with a short timeout break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CRWC here at Durham College. Lambton Lions starting us off after the timeout break. Corner three, missed by Ashley Pettit. Good offensive rebound there. And just stolen away by Keisha Arthurworry. Marie Stasiak pushing the pace here for the Durham Lords. Missing the layup there by Marie Stasiak. Ball out of bounds, last touch by Durham. Lambton Lions leading 25-15. Just over 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Dalen Galvin just uncontested. Easy floater there by Dalen Galvin. Great defense there by Galvin. Wrestling for the ball a little bit. A little bit of talking on the court there. Good job by the refs to separate that right away. Lambton Lions leading 27-15 here. Wonder if they're going to be throwing a tech here. And with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in quarter number 2, Lambton Lions leading 27-15. Looks like the ref's going to be talking to both coaches here. And we'll be right back after this short break. Durham Lords going to look to tighten everything up, get back into this game. Good rebound there by Pettit. She's going to push the pace here for the Lions. Big defense there by Dakota Kirby. And they're going to call the foul on number 5, Dakota Kirby, for the push. Definitely not happy about that one. It's going to put them into the bonus. They're calling a foul here on Maddie Dender, sending Ashley Pettit to the line for 2.
The Lord's just getting a little out of sorts here. They need to regroup, as we're kind of seeing on the court right now.
Absolutely.
The veteran players bringing them together. Dakota Kirby, the captain of the team here, trying to calm everyone down.
And Pettit's only a 53.8% free throw shooter. And a miss on free throw number 1.
Again, plenty of time left in this game. The Lords find themselves with 5 team fouls with 6 minutes left. So Lambton will be in the bonus, but they just need to kind of
tighten everything up.
Get back to how they ended that first quarter.
Oh, Glendenning calling for the ball in the corner. Dakota Kirby with the ball now. Good ball moving here by the Lords. And Arthurworry with the fadeaway.
Aggressive move right there. She gets it in the paint. Coming back off the bench, Arthurworry looking to make a difference.
Absolutely. Lambton Lions leading 28-17 here. Oh, great pass to the post. Big layup there by number 11, Shelby Begrass.
Just a little bit of lack of communication there. They were able to get the baseline cut underneath Glendenning for the open basket.
Oh, Glendenning wide open for 3 and just in and out. Good offensive rebound there by Stasiak. A smothering defense by the Lords, and they're going to call, or by the Lions, sorry. And they're going to call the foul, sending Marie Stasiak to the line for 2.
Glendinning is a 30% three-point shooter. We've seen quite a few of those drop this year, and that one just a little unlucky in and out, but Stasiak was right there to get the offensive glass.
She's been big on the glass on both ends today. Good on free throw number 1. And good on free throw number 2 is Marie Stasiak. Lambton Lions leading 30-19 here with just over 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Good defense here by Stasiak. Poking that ball away. And jump ball. Inbounding for the Lambton Lions, Dalen Galvin. Been a great game here so far, the CRWC. They're going to call a push there on Maddie Dender. I don't think the bench is very happy about that one.
Neither is Coach LaFontaine as she's up out of her chair. Seen this a few times already tonight.
Sometimes you can only do so much. The ref's going to call what the ref's going to call.
Well, she's going to talk it over with them while the free throw goes up.
Ashley Pettit shooting the free throws here for the Lambton Lions. And miss on free throw number 1. And here comes Pettit with free throw number 2. And good on free throw number 2. Pushing the lead to 31-19. Dakota Kirby's going to push the pace here for the Lords. Glendinning pump fake. And a foul called on number 11, Shelby Begrass. Emily Glendinning going to the line for 2. With 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, quarter number 2. Lambton Lions leading 31-19.
And that was a great move by Glendinning. She always has the threat of the three-point shot, so as the defender comes out hard, she takes it inside for the drive, draws the foul. This could be a good way for Durham to get back into the game, kind of slow the game down, force Lambton into some foul trouble.
Absolutely. And good on free throw number 1 was Glendinning, and good on free throw number 2. Durham Lords looking to chip away at this deficit, still down by 10 points here. Just over 4.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Oh, good defense there by Stasiak. Almost forcing that turnover. Oh, and using the backboard, Maddie Campbell.
And this is a matchup that's really turning out to be something. Number 13 here, Maddie Campbell, takes over the scoring lead for Lambton in this game, 10 points, whereas she's going right up against Stasiak, who has 8 of her own.
Big steal there by Stasiak.
Stasiak nearly with the double-double, and we still have 4:20 left in the first half, 8 points, 9 rebounds so far. She has been the driving force of any kind of momentum with the Durham Lords.
Absolutely great game for here tonight at the CRWC. She's going to be going to the line for 2 after being tripped up there by Ashley Pettit. Durham Lords going to be making a substitution. Emily Chamberlain subbing in. So is Alyssa Navarro and Victoria Brody.
So once again, they bring out the 2 defensive studs to kind of work through this 4-minute period. The lead, an 11-point lead for Lambton.
Yeah, Durham Lords going to force some turnovers here. Get some quick fast break points. Close that deficit, just an in and out. Miss there on the free throw attempt.
Too many of those so far today, eh? The basketball just doesn't seem to want to go in.
Absolutely. There's a quick hands there by Victoria Brody. They're going to call double dribble on the Lambton Lions. The turnover.
The Lions coach, Kendall Ross, getting right on her players, telling them where their offensive changes need to be made, but making sure they're right back there on defense.
Good pass there by Brody to Glendinning. And a miss in the three-point attempt there by Glendinning. She's going to be very physical there, forcing the hand of Maddie Campbell. Oh, good post pass there.
Great pass by Navarro. Get it over the outstretched hands of the Lions defender, but the foul will go the other way as Chamberlain gives the little push.
Some unfortunate call there for the Durham Lords.
Lambton not waiting around. This is the kind of pace I kind of expected to see from Durham at the beginning of the game, but Lambton giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Absolutely, just very fast pace here for Lambton Lions. Good defense here by Navarro.
Shot clock winding down. Lions will get called for a 3 in the key.
You don't see that too often.
One of their interior players just kind of gets caught up watching the ball. Doesn't get herself out of the interior.
And Durham Lords, they'll take those errors. Lambton Lions leading 33-22. And turnover. Pettit with the drive. And the miss on the layup. Offensive rebound. 2 offensive rebounds in a row. And finally put in by Ashley Pettit.
And that's Durham just kind of trying to force passes in their offense. You can see how they're affected when they have to slow down and play this half-court system. That a bit quicker, you see how much quicker they get moving when the ball comes down and they're able to get into their system. Whereas when Lambton forces the game to slow down and play at their pace, Durham finds themselves getting into some trouble.
Absolutely. Oh, quick steal there by Victoria Brody. She's going to push the pace here. And the jelly roll, good by Victoria Brody. That's exactly what we were talking about with Victoria Brody. Excellent defender who can just start that fast break instantly.
And this is where Durham needs to take back control of this game in the last 2.5 minutes here and then get to the halftime. All of a sudden it becomes a tale of 2 halves.
Absolutely. The big block there by Victoria Brody. Oh, they're going to call a foul? And they call a foul on Victoria Brody, sending number 22, Dalen Galvin, to the line. Lambton Lions leading 35-26 with 2:29 remaining in quarter number 2. Miss on free throw number 1 by Galvin.
Durham has to avoid getting flustered by the foul trouble here in the first half of this game. I've seen this previously from them this season in their loss on the road against the Algonquin Thunder. They came back from a huge deficit to force that game into overtime, but then the foul stacked up real quick, and you could see they got flustered.
Yep.
They need to maintain their composure.
Yeah, once you get inside your own head, it's hard to get out. And a turnover there by the Durham Lords.
And that will be a travel call as she caught the ball, took a few steps before she set herself.
Lambton Lions still with a 10-point lead here with just over 2 minutes remaining. Melissa Navarro pushing the ball now for the Durham Lords. They can bring this deficit to single digits. That'd just be a great confidence boost here for the Durham Lords.
They'll call the jump. Durham has the arrow, so they'll maintain possession, but you can see they're trying to get the ball to Stasiak right now. She's been the hot hand for this team.
Yep, just working to the paint.
Both teams at 5 fouls, so from here on out, it's all bonus.
Oh, Navarro, stutter step. Good pass there to Chamberlain. Well, she thought about the 3 and the floater. Miss. Great hustle there by Victoria Brody. And Lambton with the fast break drive. Maddie Campbell with the pump fake in the floater. And just rolled out there on the floater by Maddie Campbell.
And that's where she's been causing a lot of trouble for the Lords, getting that little mid-range shot in from just the top of the key.
Victoria Brody, corner 3, and a miss. Big rebound there by Dalen Galvin. Good defense there by Stasiak. Great ball moving here by Lambton. And just using the backboard, number 20, Morgan Wag. Now 12-point lead here with just over a minute remaining in quarter number 2. Lambton Lions came here to play. Good little move there by Stasiak. And Glenn Dinning, monster 3.
I've been surprised Coach LaFontaine hasn't gone to the bench in this last 3-4 minutes. You can see the exhaustion starting to set in for the Durham Lords players out here. Stasiak not even making it past half.
Yeah, Victoria Brody was trying to get her to move, but... And the N1 called. Marie Stasiak going to the line.
Her focus right now is on that offensive end because the Lords need to get back into this game offensively. Absolutely.
Down 12 points here. They need to close this deficit before the half. Score is 38-28.
So Lambton will bring in some fresh legs for this last 40 seconds, but Coach LaFontaine is going to ride out this group.
And Stasiak good on the and 1. Closing that deficit. And a little bit of an errant pass there by Lambton Lions and turnover. It's a great opportunity for Durham Lords to put some points on the board here.
Close the gap as we get towards half.
Only down by 9 points. Good pass there by Stasiak. Good ball moving here by the Lords. And Stasiak working in the paint. Another foul called in the Lambton Lions, sending number 31, Marie Stasiak, to the line for 2. That's the third foul for number 11, Shelby Begrass. Free for number 1, good by Stasiak. Got 3 fouls for a bench player. I want to be thinking about a substitution. And Marie Stasiak good on both free throws, closing this deficit out. Scores now 38-31, Lambton Lions.
Shot clock will still be on.
Well, mid-range jumper good by Ashley Pettit.
So Durham will look for the last shot here to end the first half.
I definitely think they're just going to hold this one out. And a travel called on Marie Stasiak. Just an unfortunate turnover there by the Durham Lords.
And I think you might be able to chalk that up to exhaustion. She's been out there for quite a while to end this second quarter.
Absolutely. And with 8 seconds remaining, Lambton Lions leading 40-31. They're going to hold out for that last shot. A little stutter step by Campbell. And good defense there by the Lords. And at the end of the first half, Lambton Lions leading 40-31. A very physical game on both ends. It
was great for the Lords to kind of push through the struggles they've had early in the first quarter and through the second quarter. Getting the lead back down to single digits.
Absolutely.
You come out from halftime. It's a whole new game.
It's a whole new game. Hey, scores 0-0. And being able to bring it down to single digits, that's huge for the Durham Lords.
You win these next 2 quarters, it's a big deal. Heading into the half, Stasiak, who's been the offensive force, 14 points, 9 rebounds. She's shot 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. So if she could continue to cause trouble for Lambton, forcing them into the fouls to get those free shots, that's a big deal. Right behind her, Navarro with 2 points. Whereas the rest of the team, we need to start seeing some offensive output from the rest of them. On the other side, the Lions have done exactly what we thought Durham was going to do.
Yeah, it's kind of the tables have turned.
They've played great defense. They've come in here, they've pushed the ball up the court, and they've counteracted anything Durham's tried to do by getting back on defense.
Absolutely.
They haven't let the Lords get into transition. That's allowed Ashley Pettit to lead the team right now, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Right behind her, Madison Campbell, who's been going basket for basket with Stasiak, 10 points. She has 4 assists, kicking the ball out anytime she's driven. It's a good matchup.
It's
this
a great
is the
matchup.
playoffs.
Yeah, this is playoff basketball here, ladies and gentlemen.
2 12-win teams.
Yeah, it's been great here so far at the CRWC. Just great effort by both teams here, and I think it's going to come down to the wire in quarter number 4. We're going to be right back after this halftime break here at the CRWC. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Durham College's CRWC. The second half of the women's basketball game with the visiting Lambton Lions up against Durham Lords. Lambton Lions, a 40-31 lead here to start us off in the second half.
And a huge game this is for the Durham Lords, having home court advantage here in this playoff game. The winner will advance to the OCAA Championship, hosted by St. Lawrence College in Kingston from February 28th to March 2nd. Some games earlier today. This will be the last game of the day. These other teams have booked their ticket. Niagara defeated George Brown 74-59. Fanshawe took out Centennial 109-40.
Wow.
Algonquin defeated Conestoga 67-55. St. Clair took down Seneca 71-47. And Sheridan defeated Loyalist 67-52. So the last game of the day here between Lambton and Durham, and the last spot at the OCAA Championship on the line.
This really is do or die here at the CRWC. There was a big corner three there by Ashley Pettit. Started off the scoring here in the second half. Great hustle there by Christine Fleischer, just forcing that turnover. Oof. With a contact there between Durham Lords and the Lambton Lions. Good pass in the paint. And a missed layup by Marie Stasiak.
Durham needing to get back on defense here.
A bit of a defensive communication there.
That'll be a quick foul against Lambton here in this third quarter. After that first half, the Lords really trying to make this a tale of two halves.
Yes.
First quarter, got out to a very slow start, dropping 14 points right off the bat.
Yep.
But what we've seen through that first half was the ball hit the rim, hit the net a lot for the
lot of
Lords.
rollouts,
a lot of in and out. So really, if they can start getting that bucket in, the opportunities are there, the shots are there.
Absolutely.
The ball just needs to go down and they can get themselves right back in this one.
Absolutely, just lady luck. Needs to be on their side with some of those shots. Big three here by Dakota Kirby and a miss on the three-point shot. Great offensive rebound there by Stasiak. Good pass to a driving Emily Glendinning on the baseline. Great baseline layup there by Glendinning.
And that was a great cut from Glendinning. It looked like Stasiak was going to pass to Arthurworry at the top of the key, but Glendinning makes the sneaky cut underneath.
Baseline jumper miss there by Fleischer. Lambton Lions leading 43-33. Mid-range pull-up miss. Good offensive rebound there by Arthurworry. And she's just getting hacked.
And that's 2 times down the court now to start this one that the Lords have come up with an offensive rebound, and it's been a difference. They were able to get that Glendinning layup. Now Arthurworry draws the foul, and so quickly Lambton with 2 fouls early in this third quarter.
That's only been 2.5 minutes, and they've already got the 2 foul called. Free throw number 1 good by Arthurworry.
As we mentioned earlier, she's a great free throw shooter, averaging 83.6 this season from the charity stripe.
And she makes both free throws here. Closing that deficit is the Durham Lords. Scores now 43-35. Pettit with the drive. Good defense there by Dakota Kirby. Oh, great pass by Pettit to a driving Morgan Wagg. Great pass there. Dakota Kirby with the ball now for the Durham Lords. Oh, Glendinning. Pump fake in the corner. Good recovery there by Stasiak. She gets the layup.
Grabs that
Stasiak.
pass with the tip of her fingers, and because of that, able to find a lane. Stasiak's been great tonight. They'll call Glendinning plowing over the screen.
Wow, a little bit too physical there. Inbounding now for the Lambton Lions is Ashley Pettit after the foul on Glendinning. And with just under 7 minutes remaining in quarter number 3, Lambton Lions leading 45-37.
This is a big playoff day for the Durham Lords, with the men's basketball team also hosting a crossover playoff game after this one against the Fanshawe Falcons.
From what I hear, that's going to be quite the physical game as well.
That's the second or third time now. Stasiak's done an incredible job bringing that right hand down when Campbell's driven to the basket.
Absolutely. She's having a great game here, as we've said so many times. Big on both ends of the floor and eating a lot of those rebounds.
But this is definitely a matchup to watch. 31 versus 13, Stasiak versus Campbell. It will continue through the rest of this second half.
Absolutely. Quick turnover. Good job there by Durham Lords, and a good drive off the pump fake by Marie Stasiak.
And it took just a little hesitation. She gave the little hezzy on the little jumper there to pull the defender up and then fly right past them.
Oof. Great shot there by number 20, Morgan Wegg. Scores now 47-39. Durham Lords doing a great job to kind of close this deficit here.
Their offense is finding their form, but now their defense just needs to make a few stops to continue to close this gap.
Absolutely. And a miss on the mid-range jumper there by Chamberlain. Oh, great defense there by Dakota Kirby to strip that ball away. Great pass by Dakota Kirby. Offensive rebound, Chamberlain. Good ball movement here by the Durham Lords. And Keisha Arthur finally with the layup. Durham Lords now only down by 6 points here.
But they're looking a little lazy here on defense. They need to set themselves back up. That's a wide open jump shot for Campbell.
Can't leave shooters that wide open.
They're giving their all on the offensive end, but when they're getting back, you can see that they're struggling to find themselves. Coach LaFontaine may be looking to make a change because of that.
Absolutely. And a foul called on the Lambton Lions. Push, sending Keisha Arthur to the line for 2.
Durham will make the defensive change, bringing in Victoria Brody and Caitlin Crookshank to try and shore up that end. Crookshank will wait for Arthur Worry at the free throw line.
Lambton Lions leading 49-41. And just rolled out on the free throw. Miss.
A rare miss from Arthur Worry.
And good on free throw number 2 is Keisha Arthur Worry. And with 5:19 remaining in quarter number 3, Lambton Lions leading 49-42. This one's going to come right down to the wire. Both teams just want this win. They don't want to go home.
We mentioned at the top of the stream, both these teams kind of in different positions. Durham coming into this as the 3rd seed in the East, whereas Lambton the 5th seed in the West. But that West division is so competitive. Both these teams have 12 wins.
Yep. Yeah, it's very neck and neck, which is interesting. And seeing the different conferences, it's kind of cool to see. Foul's called on Marie Stasiak, sending number 13, Maddie Campbell, to the line for 2.
And the battle between these two continue as Campbell is able to draw that foul from Stasiak.
I think that one's going to be going for the rest of the night here. Good on free throw number 1 was Campbell. And a miss on free throw number 2. Good rebound there by Stasiak. Just going to push the pace here for the Durham Lords. Good ball movement. Baseline jumper. Good by Alyssa Navarro.
Those are the kind of wide open shots that Durham can create with their passing.
Absolutely, just that one extra pass. And you get that open. Good job fighting through the screen there. It was Crookshank. Good rebound there by Alyssa Navarro. Off the missed 3.
Smallest player on the court coming up with the rebound there. A big one, as that's a defensive stop.
Crookshank in the corner for 3. And the corner 3, good by Caitlin Crookshank.
And it is a 3-point game this 3rd quarter going the way of the Lords. We're seeing the basket in the net now.
It's been a great offensive quarter here. And the foot out of bounds, turnover, Lambton.
Another defensive stop from Durham. Some more substitutions now from both sides as DC will bring out Dakota Kirby and Maddie Dender. Look for the pace of play to ratchet up right now.
Yo, I'd say so. They're definitely with the small ball lineup right now for the Durham Lords. And their energy is just on another level right now.
It will be on both sides of the court, defensively and offensively. They're going to be moving fast.
Great ball movement here by the Lords.
Kirby just getting caught in the key there. She's not used to playing down low like that. Typically leading the team from the guard position. She just kind of planted herself.
It's good to see them smiling after that, though, and not getting in their own heads.
Absolutely. We could see in that 2nd quarter the frustration coming from some of the foul calls. Hopefully at halftime, Coach LaFontaine gather them back up, and that's another turnover. 3 defensive stops in a row right now.
Great.
The game shifting.
Yeah, it was just
Brody maybe should have
there.
took that one, but instead she'll get the offensive rebound.
Oh, Brody calling for the ball. Baseline jumper. And a miss on the baseline jumper by Victoria Brody. But she's going to hustle back there on defense.
And this game is speeding up right now both ways.
Oh, just in and out there on the layup by Maddie Campbell. That one looked like it was good right away, but the rim's been very unforgiving tonight, to say the least.
The bounce is going back the other way now after the first half.
And a timeout is going to be called here by the Lambton Lions. Lambton Lions leading 50-47 with 3:25 remaining in quarter number 3. Durham Lords have been putting the pedal to the metal here in quarter number 3 and closing this deficit out. We'll be right back for the short timeout break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CRWC. Lambton Lions starting us off here after that timeout break. Then all Durham Lords here in quarter number 3, closing that deficit. Oh, great defense there by Crookshank, just ripping that ball away from Fleischer.
Let's call that 4 possessions in a row now that Durham's been able to hold the Lambton Lions from scoring.
Great move in the paint there by Crookshank. And here comes Pettit pushing the pace here. Good pump fake there by Campbell. And push called on number 12.
After that timeout, look from Coach Ross from Lambton to make some adjustments here to try and utilize their size advantage right now. Durham rolling with a very small lineup on the court right now.
Yeah, as we said before, very small ball lineup here. Good inbound play here by Lambton. Mid-range pull-up missed by Fleischer. Good rebound there by Kirby. She's going to push the pace here for the Durham Lords. Oh, great pass. Oh, great ball movement by the Lords. Wide open Dender. And a miss on the three-pointer. Offensive rebound. And Alyssa Navarro with the floater off the offensive rebound.
A great play by Brody. She wasn't going to give up on that one. Just gets a hand on it. Allows Navarro to get the offensive rebound.
Absolutely. Durham Lords are fired up now here at the CRWC. The whole bench is on their feet, clapping. Lambton Lions only with a 1-point lead. And the and one. Foul called on Alyssa Navarro. Sending number 20, Morgan Wagg, to the line. Converts his three-point play.
And that's just where the height advantage comes into it. You're looking at Morgan Wagg, 5'9", going up against Navarro, a great player, but 5'3", quite diminutive. Wagg takes advantage of it down low.
It was great effort there by Navarro. And just in and out, and gets her. Oh, ho! Victoria Brody with the swat. Dakota Kirby slowing the pace down a little bit.
A risky pass on the interior there. But once again, this ball for both teams bouncing in and out.
Yeah, the rim has not been on anyone's side here at the CRWC.
A lot of these shots have looked like sure baskets, nearly going right into the net, but finding a way to bounce back out.
Oh, great drive there by Wagg.
And they attack that mismatch once again, finding the ball, getting it against Navarro.
And the Lions able to pull ahead a little bit here. Score is 54-49. Denver gets their own miss. Wow. Oof, 2 hard falls by both players, or both teams, sorry. Good to see everyone getting up all right.
Durham's had this little bit of a run, but look for Coach LaFontaine to come back with a little bit more size at some point off the bench here. It's been their bread and butter all season. They've done a great job to get themselves back into this game, but the lead already shifting. That's the 5th foul, so Lambton will be going to the bonus. You don't want what you just did, bringing this down to a 1-point game, to all of a sudden stretch back out to 7, 8 points.
Yeah, you can't be giving up fouls like that, especially going into the bonus. Free throw number 1, good by Pettit. And Dender's coming in now. Or sorry, not Dender, Glendinning coming in now. Look, they're going to put her at the 5. And free throw number 2, good by Pettit. Scores now 56-49. Victoria Brody with the ball now with Durham Lords. Good drive here by Brody, and a miss on the floater. Great hustle there by Brody, try and poke that ball out. Here comes Wag. Oh, great defensive effort here by Brody.
Great hands by Brody there to nearly get the ball, and Glendinning finishes it off, getting her hand in there.
And good pass there by Kirby.
And now this has been a few trips now where Durham just hasn't been able to get the ball in the basket. Defensively, they've picked up their game.
Yep. Just can't really capitalize on the offense.
Lambton trying to work the mismatches now.
And foot out of bounds, turnover Durham. With 44 seconds remaining in quarter number 3.
Shot
Lions
clock
leading.
will be at 7 though. Need to pay attention to that on this inbound.
They put up shot up right away. Lambton Lions leading 56-49. Let's see what they come up with on this inbound play. Great defense there by Crookshank.
Ball will remain with the Lions, but only 2 seconds on the shot clock.
It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with here. Great defense here by the Lords. Oh, and makes it. And rebound off the miss by Victoria Brody.
And right away you see Lambton come back and set up their defense. They want to get back to what was effective for them in the first half.
Great pass there by Glendinning, but just a little bit too high on the shot by Crookshank.
Durham getting into a little bit of trouble there with 3 players trying to press.
Oof, big defense there by Glendinning.
Another block for Durham. They've really been bringing it defensively. That makes it 5 blocks so far through this game.
And late in the 4th quarter, that's going to, take its toll.
4 blocks.
Good little pump fake there by Campbell. And the foul called on Victoria Brody, sending number 13, Maddie Campbell, to the line for 2. That's foul number 3 for Victoria Brody. Foul number 2. And good on the free throw is Campbell. Lambton Lions now leading 57-49.
And Durham had brought this game back to within reach, but just like that, we're looking at a 9-point lead once again for the Lambton Lions.
And 10 seconds remaining here. Durham is going to try and get that last second shot. And Crookshank, big 3. And a miss on the 3-point attempt by Caitlin Crookshank. And at the end of 3, the Lambton Lions leading 58-49.
It was a great 3rd quarter for Durham. They just need to close it out. They were able to get themselves right back into this one.
Yep.
But the difference is that they need to maintain that composure on the offensive end.
Absolutely.
We've seen the defensive intensity pick up, so now they need to bring that to both sides. Once again, they have to close a gap. We've seen it's possible.
Yeah, everything's possible.
10 minutes to go, and this is it. This is the season for one of these teams.
Absolutely, and we'll be right back from this intermission break with quarter number 4. back, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of quarter number 4 here at the CRWC. Lambton Lions leading 58-49 over the Durham Lords. Durham Lords are going to want to make something happen here and score some points in a hurry.
Durham starting this fourth quarter with their starting lineup. They're going to go big once again to try and get this rolling.
And a 3 from Kirby, and the 3-point bomb good by Dakota. Kirby starting us off quick here. Quick 3 points by the Durham Lords.
Wide open.
Pettit
Someone's
wide
missing.
open. A little defensive miscommunication there, leaving play. Oh my goodness. Great play there by the Lambton Lions. Wide open on the cut was Christine Fleischer.
It looks like there's some serious confusion defensively here. Some players not looking whether they understood whether it was zone or man. Leaves the Lambton player wide open.
Good pass there by Kirby to Keisha Arthur. He's going to get the and one. That's what you call a size advantage. Using that height.
And another good interior pass, getting it into her.
And Keisha Arthur good on the end one conversion. Lambton Lions leading 60-55 with 90 minutes remaining in quarter number 4. Galvin with the drive. Dumps it off to Campbell. And Campbell for 3.
The Lords match up well here. A great box out from Arthur Worry.
Go to Kirby pushing the pace here for the Durham Lords. Oh, the shake and bake. Oh my goodness. But the great defensive stop there by Fleischer. She's going to push the pace.
The entire bench gets up there from that side. Coach LaFontaine looking for an ask there. Didn't look like much contact as Stasiak just dived in front of the Lions player.
Everyone was hooting and hollering on that one.
That's a tough one to swallow.
Absolutely.
Not a ton of contact. She didn't really go through the player. She came in front of her, just kind of cut off her positioning.
It's an unfortunate call there for the Durham Lords. Once there's that little bit of bump, that little bit of contact, and the player falls to the floor like that, you're likely to get that call. And with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, Lambton Lions leading 60-55.
Coaches and officials having some discussions that look like it may be pertaining to fouls.
It's been a very aggressive game. Quite a few players in foul trouble here. Little turnaround, but a miss by Fleischer. Good rebound by Stasiak. She's going to push the pace here.
She needs to watch that dribble, though.
Oh, big block there by Pettit. But the foul is going to be called on Ashley Pettit, sending Emily Chamberlain to the line for 2.
And they got the Lions into trouble there because of Stasiak pushing that so deep into the key, making a quick pass off to Chamberlain.
It was a great play there by Stasiak.
Forced Pettit to turn real quick to try and get that block.
And a miss on free throw number 1 by Chamberlain. And a miss on free throw number 2. Rebound by Lambton. Oh, Campbell with the fast break. Euro step and a miss on the floater.
Campbell's been great for them tonight.
Oh, big steal there by Pettit.
Kirby really trying to push the pace there, but the problem was the other 4 players weren't with her. So it kind of forced her into a bad dribble and the turnover. And
into the face of the entire Lambton defense.
Here we go, the matchup we've seen all night.
Oh, and the lucky roll.
Campbell,
layup by
soft
Maddie
with the
Campbell.
left hand.
She's having herself a great night here. Lambton Lions leading 62-55. Oh, great pass by Kirby. Oh, great move in the paint there by Keisha Arthur. Lambton Lions leading 62-57 with 7.5 minutes remaining. A wide open mid-range jumper miss by Dalen Galvin. Good rebound there by Arthur. Go to Kirby yet again, pushing the pace by the Lords. Oh. Blocking foul called on number 5, Ashley Pettit.
That will put the Lions to 3 fouls with 7 minutes and 21 left in this fourth quarter.
Definitely didn't want to be getting into foul trouble this late in the game.
Not going to call that a shooting foul.
Ooh, interesting. Both teams making substitutions. Maddie Dender subbing in for Emily Chamberlain. Oh, Dender wide open for 3. And the 3-point bomb, good by Maddie Dender.
Make that a 2-point game now. In the third quarter, they did this exact thing. The Durham Lords getting right back into within reach. Here's another opportunity.
And, the travel called.
Coach Ross having some discussions with her players on the court, trying to regather as the Lords seem to be gathering momentum.
Yeah, definitely the tides have turned a little bit here. Momentum, Durham Lords right now.
They need to keep this rolling, though, both offensively and defensively.
Couldn't agree more. With just under 7 minutes remaining, they just got loads of time to close this one out. Dender for 3. And a miss on a 3-point bomb by Maddie Dender. Good defense there by Dakota Kirby. Ball out of bounds, turnover Lambton.
Lambton getting a little rattled here with the defensive pressure. Coach LaFontaine yelling at her players to keep going, keep the pace going, get that ball in bounds, and let's get rolling.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to let up here. Quick turnover there by Durham. And Stasiak just gets it right back. And ball out of bounds, last touch by Maddie Campbell.
DC has to be wary right now. We've seen this before. They get close, and then all of a sudden they start rushing. We've seen a couple turnovers almost happening. Luckily, they've been bailed out. They have the inbounds right here.
Yeah, slow it down and stay within yourself, play within yourself. Oh, turnover. Big steal there by Dalen Galvin. She's going to push the pace. The big block by Emily Glendinning. Great job there by the Lambton Lions to corral that rebound.
Too many Lambton players left open.
Oh, Durham Lords are lucky that one didn't drop. Morgan Wegg was wide open for 3. And with 6 minutes remaining in the game, Lambton Lions up 62-60.
Durham can't settle for something outside the 3-point line. They've had success inside with Stasiak and Arthurworry.
They just smothered Stasiak in the paint there. And another turnover forced by the Lambton Lions.
Some bad passing continues. Stasiak will try and just stop the play with the foul.
And a foul called on Marie Stasiak.
Coach LaFontaine maybe needs to look to the bench to try and find someone to kind of reset the group.
Yep.
They've just been forcing passes now. Again, maybe the pressure of getting the game back to within 2 points.
Yeah.
You get a little too excited.
Yeah, like we said before, once you get in your own head, it's hard to get out of it. And they just got to stay focused and keep doing what they've been doing. Oh, great defense there by Stasiak, almost getting that turnover.
Lambton will have the ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Gonna look to make something happen fast here. Still a 2-point game in quarter number 4. As I said, this one's gonna come right down to the wire.
Out of all the matchups today, this may have been the most even between these two teams. Both really unfamiliar with each other. Here's the matchup, Stasiak and Campbell.
Oh, and at the shot clock buzzer, Maddie Campbell just willing that one in.
She's been getting the better of that matchup.
Yeah, definitely having herself a great night here at the CRWC. Dakota Kirby with the ball now. Good drive there by Stasiak. Used the backboard on the jelly roll.
It's the second time we've seen the little hezzy tonight where she's able to pull the defender up.
Still a 2-point game here. Lambton Lions leading. Make that a 4-point game. Lambton Lions 66-62.
Some exhaustion setting in for the Lords. Arthurworry and Stasiak have been doing a lot of work down in the paint. They were a little slow getting up, but Kirby's able to draw the foul on the jumper.
Foul's called on number 22, Dalen Galvin.
There's some of these players that are closers. Stasiak, Arthurworry have been closers for this team this season.
Yep.
I think they need a little breather.
I couldn't agree more. Everyone seems a little sluggish right now. Maybe call a timeout.
5 minutes to go still in this game. 4:45, just under 5 minutes. Find some time to get them a little breather on the bench, bring them fresh.
Yep. Get the fresh legs out. And
they will stay on the court, though.
One free throw to two good. Lambton Lions leading 66-63. Good defense here by Glendinning. Baseline jumper, good by Christine Fleischer. Fleischer is also having herself a great night here.
This is the second time now the Lords were able to close the gap, but all of a sudden it's expanding. We saw this in the third quarter as well.
Good ball movement here by the Lords, and the backboard layup good by Marie Stasiak. Stasiak having a monster game here, just willing her team to victory. And a kickball called.
Stasiak now at 22 points and 12 rebounds in this game, shooting 50% from the field. The worry is she's at 4 fouls.
A big double-double there for Stasiak. A little bit of foul trouble.
On Lambton's side, Campbell, the player she's been matching up with, leads the Lions with 19 points on 7 of 19 shooting, only at 2 fouls. But number 5, Pettit, another big player, she is at 4.
The mishandled pass there by Pettit. It's going to be Durham Lord's ball. Lambton Lions leading 68-65 with 4 minutes left on the clock.
A lot on the line, so both these coaches understand the pressure of this game.
Missed three-pointer by Denner. Big rebound there by Morgan Wegg. And she's going to push the pace here. Pettit wide open at 3. And a three-point bomb miss. Good offensive rebound there by Wegg.
Durham laxing on the defensive end, though. Quite a bit of walking going on. They're able to get the defensive rebound and push back the other way. You can see the energy is being expended on closing this gap.
Good defensive effort there. Lambton Lions pushing the pace.
Durham able to get back in transition, though.
Good ball movement here. Good job just stealing that ball away. It's Keisha Arthurworry.
Campbell spun her way right into Arthurworry.
Right, Dender in the corner with space. And a jump ball called.
Possession the way for Lambton, though, so Lambton will take over.
Whew. That was just some hustle there by Dalen Galvin. Lambton Lions leading 68-65 here with just over 3 minutes remaining in quarter number 4.
Brody and Dender will come into the game for Durham, give them that little extra boost as we get in the last 3 minutes. Look for Arthurworry maybe to come back out later to close this game.
Yep. Yeah, watch for Victoria Brody to try and force a turnover here and push the pace. Good defense here by the Lords.
Shot clock getting down.
Oh, good defense there by Brody. And with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, ball out of bounds. Lambton Lions ball. They got to make something happen quick here. 2:42 on the clock. Lambton Lions up by 3. And offensive rebound, Lambton.
That was Durham's 5th block of the game.
Great defense here by the Lords. No easy shots. Oh, Pettit with the spin. And the bucket.
Only a 2, only a 2. The foot was on the line, but still makes it a 5-point game.
Victoria Brody, space, and a miss on a 3-point bomb. And another jump ball.
Durham will keep possession this time as the arrow bounces back and forth right now. Stasiak slow to get up. She's worked
her ankle
so hard tonight. Leading this team in scoring, leading this team in rebounds. She's been a force on the court. Add the 3 assists. She's had some nice passes inside the paint.
Yep.
Coach LaFontaine isn't giving her any break at all. She's going to play the rest of this game out, 2:15 to go.
Hey,
she's going to be a vital part of it, both offensively, getting the baskets Durham needs to take the lead, but also defensively.
Absolutely.
Covering Campbell for Lambton.
Yeah, that's been a great matchup, Campbell and Stasiak. Because each player just kind of wants that scoring title. Stasiak kind of ahead right now, but Lambton Lions leading 70-65 with 2:15 remaining in the game.
For Durham down the stretch, look for some other key players that have had success this season. Emily Glendinning, only 4 points tonight, but she's second in team scoring. At any second, she can get hot from behind that three-point line, averaging over 12 points a game. Look for her to cause some trouble down the stretch. And then Dakota Kirby, she's the veteran on this team.
Yep.
She's the point guard. She will be kind of guiding them through this last 2.5 minutes They just need to make sure to keep that composure.
Absolutely.
Not get out of system.
Yep.
Not get moving too fast and forcing some of the turnovers we've seen throughout three quarters of play. This fourth quarter has been great for Durham.
Well, absolutely. They kept it very competitive.
So as Lambton comes back out, Pettit leading the team with 20 points and Campbell with 19. Those two have really been shouldering the load for this team. Number 5 and number 13.
Good inbound play here by the Durham Lords. Oh, good pass there by Dakota Kirby to Victoria Brody.
We're missing a play. Glendinning having to get back to chase down Campbell. That's one play you don't want to leave open.
But a big block there by Glendinning.
6th block on the night between Glendinning and Brody.
Oh, foot right on the line.
Questionable call there, as it looked like Brody took off from inside the court and made the pass back into Kirby. But a quick whistle.
And everyone here on their feet clamoring about that one. Good hustle there by Brody, but just an unfortunate call.
That's a big turnover, as Durham had numbers. If Kirby was able to get that ball, looked like a 2-on-1.
Absolutely, that would have made it a 1-point game. Lambton Lions leading 70-67 here with just under 2 minutes. Smothering defense here by the Durham Lords.
Maddie Dender on Pettit. Brody on Campbell. Those are the two that the Lords will be paying a lot of attention to from the Lions.
Absolutely. Some hustle.
It will be a turnover. There. 1:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. Lambton with 4 team fouls. The next one puts Durham at the line. Durham, meanwhile, only has 2 team fouls right now.
Yep, they're looking good in that department.
Definitely an advantage to have in the final 90 seconds of this one.
Absolutely, try and force that foul and get to the line. Great ball movement here by the Durham Lords. Oh, Dender was calling for the ball there. Victoria Brody wide open for 3. And the 3-point bomb good by Victoria Brody. We're all tied up in quarter number 4. Score is 70-70 with just over a minute remaining here.
They need to match up defensively now, though. You got Kirby on Campbell. Dender once again chasing Pettit. We know those two are dangerous.
Pump fake by Campbell. Great defense there by Kirby.
The switch, and we have Stasiak and Campbell once again.
Oh, the travel called. Great defense there by Stasiak. The CRWC is on their feet here, ladies and gentlemen.
Stasiak wasn't going to fall for any of the ball fakes from Campbell. She got herself into a little bit of trouble pivoting a few too many times. Timeout will be called.
Wow.
So Durham right back in this
events.
one. They've been chasing the Lions through the entirety of this game, and now with 1 minute left, tie game.
Scored.
Said at halftime it was 0-0. Durham was able to make up the gap.
Yep.
And now it really is 0-0.
Hey,
the last 60 seconds.
Hey, this is where it really matters. Like you said, the last 60 seconds, 70-70. It's anyone's game right now, but Durham Lords, they got the energy, and they're feeling it right now.
We need to make sure to point out that Lambton is at 4 team fouls. So with Durham having the ball, if Lambton gets into any foul trouble, Durham goes to the line for an opportunity at those go-ahead baskets.
Absolutely. We got some pretty good, Durham Lords got some pretty good free throw shooters, so.
Durham does have fouls to give themselves, but in this final closeout, I wouldn't be surprised to see Keisha Arthurworry come back onto the court. We mentioned that she's a closer. She can get those offensive rebounds. If she's able to get the ball, then the Lions go for the foul. She's the best free throw shooter they have.
Absolutely, almost 90%. Yeah, feed it to her in the paint, and you know they're gonna play physical on her in the paint.
Stasiak will stay on the bench, though, a surprising move from Coach LaFontaine as she looks to utilize team speed here on offense and defensively.
Another little bit of small ball lineup here. 1 minute remaining here.
Stasiak, the only true forward on the court for the Lords. Glendinning, a 5'10 guard. She brings a lot of athleticism, a lot of height. Her and Brody have done a great job defensively with the blocks, but you only have one paint player truly out on the court. We'll see what their speed can do.
Let's go. Last minute on the travel call on Victoria Brody. Good job by the coach to just say, hey, fight through it, and just keep going.
Coach LaFontaine telling her players to get back. They won't necessarily go with the press, but instead we'll get a timeout from Lambton as they'll look to draw something up with only 54 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. That was a tough one, an opportunity there for the Lords to try and get a lead, something they haven't seen all night so far.
Yeah, I don't think they've led once tonight.
They'll have another opportunity, though. Still plenty of time, and as we've mentioned, free throws can become a factor down the stretch in this game.
Absolutely.
Because both teams know how important this game is.
Yeah.
This is your appearance at the OCAA championship.
Yep.
Either your season ends right now,
or
you get a trip to Kingston next week against some of the best teams in the province.
That's what you're fighting for all season, right? Is for this moment right here. A playoff game, do or die, trying to get to that championship.
It would be a tough ending for some of the players. This is quite a veteran-laden team for the Durham Lords.
Yep.
Graduating 3 players at last week's graduation ceremonies. A couple more third and fourth year veterans on this team as well. They definitely don't want to go home after this weekend.
Oh, absolutely not.
And then on top of that, we can see the men's basketball team down on the baseline. They have the same scenario coming up right after this game. So if you're watching, make sure to tune back in for when they play Fanshawe in their playoff game.
It's going to be a great set of games here to CRWC.
So Pettit will inbound from the Durham Lords half.
Score 70-70, just under a minute remaining.
Keep an eye on number 5 and number 13 for Lambton. They've been the go-to offensive weapons.
Galvin with the ball now. Looks like they're just slowing the clock down a little bit here. Galvin, big 3 and a miss. Great rebound there by Stasiak. Just barrels through the defense, she's pushing the pace. Great pass to Maddie Dender. And the Durham Lords leading 72-70 with 34 seconds remaining, forcing the timeout by the Lambton Lions.
You could see from the second that Marie Stasiak grabbed that defensive rebound, she was not going to be stopped. She was going to carry that ball all the way down the court, put Lambton into a tough position, and it leads to an easy layup for Maddie Dender. Stasiak has been an absolute force tonight.
Absolutely, just a great game for her here, pushing the pace, scoring, rebounding, getting the assists. It'd be a totally different story if Marie Stasiak wasn't doing what she was doing tonight. Durham Lords finally leading in this one with 34 seconds remaining. Durham Lords leading 72-70. We'll be right back for the short timeout break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this thrilling ending of the women's basketball with the Durham Lords up against the visiting Lambton Lions. Durham Lords finally able to pull ahead in the closing minutes here, now leading 72-70.
They stick with this small lineup going for the defensive intensity.
That's what you need. You need more defensive stops. Just stop this clock. You're already up by 2. Great defense here by the Lords.
The shot clock.
And the three-point bomb missed. Shot clock's gone. And they're just going to hold it here, just slowing down the clock.
And a foul will be called away from it. That will be Lambton's 5th, so Dakota Kirby will go to the line.
That's definitely not what the Lambton Lions wanted here to close out this game.
From the inbound, it looked like on the defense, on the Lords half, Lambton was going to try and go for that turnover, but then once Durham got past half, the foul came a little slow. I think Coach Ross would have liked it a bit quicker.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I thought they were an intentional foul almost instantly.
Dakota Kirby misses the first free throw, a very big miss, as making both of these would have made this a 4-point game. Now it will still be a 1.
And a miss on both free throws. They need to make something happen
still
fast
has an
here.
Opportunity. Durham does have a foul to give, so they can be aggressive.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Durham Lords win 72-70. They advance in the playoffs here. Everyone's on their feet.
What a win for the Durham Lords. They come tackle each other. Marie Stasiak, so exhausted from the effort she put in, she literally got tackled right to the ground. She can barely continue to stand, but what a night she has had.
Just a great game.
She led the team tonight with an outstanding effort, 22 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. A huge effort from her right behind Keisha Arthurworthy, 12 points. Alyssa Navarro, 11, down in fourth. But it can't be understated the effort that Lambton put in. They nearly led from start to finish. It took a humongous effort from the Lords down the stretch. Kudos goes out to number 5, Ashley Pettit, number 13, Madison Campbell. Pettit 20 points, Campbell 19. Oof. They were forces of their own and really required some shutdown defense at the end of the game from the Lords. Yeah, it took all of, 39 minutes for the Lords to climb back in that one and get that victory. So Durham's season will not end. They will head to the OCAA Championship next week, hosted by St. Lawrence College from February 28th to March 2nd in Kingston, Ontario. Hey, there you go. Another trip to the provincial tournament, and all you ever ask for is a ticket to the dance, and they're in the dance. That's all you want. And thank you so much for joining us here for the first game of this doubleheader here at the CRWC. We're going to have the men's Durham Lords up against the visiting Fanshawe men's basketball team. We'll be right back after this intermission break with the start of the men's basketball game.